Hi there, Rachel Bradley here, licensed principal real estate broker in Portland, Oregon. Today I am talking about 3 tips for first-time home buyers. And honestly, this video is going to have great information for any buyer, but I am going to focus and gear it towards first-time home buyers. I will go ahead and jump right in. My first tip for first-time home buyers is to pick your agent before you pick your house. The new rules nationwide now are that a buyer must enter into a buyer agreement with an agent before even touring a house. So it is more important than ever to make sure that you find an agent that you are comfortable working with and that you are confident can handle your transaction. When I meet with first-time home buyers, I like them to come in for a buyer consultation. My office is in Lake Oswego, Oregon, and we sit down and we discuss the entire home buying process. I go over contracts with you. I talk about things like contingency periods. We talk about inspections and all costs involved. I will discuss the escrow process, any details on closing, so that when you finally find a home that you want to put an offer on, there are going to be no big surprises, and you also understand all costs involved when it comes to purchasing a home. The number 2 tip that I have for buyers, first-time home buyers, is to get pre-approved. Now, most agents, if you find your agent before you find your house, that agent will likely refer you to a local lender. Just so you know, agents get no sort of financial kickback from that lender. The reason that agents like to refer clients to lenders is because they have an established working relationship with that lender, and they know that that lender is going to take good care of their clients, and they know that that lender is going to close that transaction on time. So I highly recommend that buyers do not go online and apply for home loans. Don't have some out-of-state lender running your credit and taking you through that process. First, pick your agent, find a local realtor that you are comfortable working with, and let them refer you to a lender. Now, in some cases, you may want to use your financial institution or a credit union, and it's a good idea to maybe compare their interest rate to what the local lender rate is. You can also compare closing costs, and you can make a decision from there. So in some cases, it might be to your advantage to use your credit union or your bank, but again, that's a conversation to have with that agent. And I do recommend, even if you're planning on going to your credit union, to have a conversation with their local lender and see if maybe they can compete with the rate that your institution is giving you. So it's always a good idea to kind of shop your loan a little bit, and there's no harm in doing that. Now, my 3rd tip for first-time home buyers, after you have picked your agent and gotten your pre-approval letter, is to really get clear on what your priorities are when it comes to purchasing a home. What are your must-haves versus your wants? And this is where a good agent can really help you and guide you in this process. Once that agent knows the amount that you're pre-approved for, they are going to be able to better steer you in the best direction of the types of homes you should be looking at. And again, getting really clear on what your expectations are, what items are a must-have, non-negotiable for you. For example, if you need a 2-bedroom home, and that's a non-negotiable, then that's what it is. If you have to have a yard, your agent needs to know that. If maybe you want a 3-bedroom home, but a 2-bedroom home with an additional office space in another area of the home might work for you, that's something to discuss with your agent. And keep in mind that the first home that you purchase typically is not going to be your dream home. This is just your foot in the door, if you will. So let's say that you buy your first house and it's not a single family home. Maybe you decide to buy a townhouse because you realize that you can get more square footage for the money. So you can buy that townhouse, and then in 2 to 5 years, take the equity, sell that townhouse, take the equity, and put it into the down payment of a larger single family home. So I hope that information is helpful. Again, my 3 tips are: number 1, pick your agent; number 2, get that pre-approval letter; and number 3, get really clear on your priorities, your must-haves versus your wants when it comes to purchasing a home. If I can be of help at all, feel free to reach out. Always happy to talk real estate, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Happy house hunting.